What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and cancel culture is a topic that everyone is talking about right now, especially in the aftermath of Gina Carano being fired by Disney and Lucasfilm over her political opinions. But she has not been the only one to be targeted, nor will she be the last. Almost every day it seems like the woke, radical Twitter mob sets its sights on someone else, targets someone else for cancellation, because they cannot handle a differing opinion. They cannot handle it if someone simply thinks a different way than they do. And it's not just one side that's calling it out. It's not the quote-unquote right, the quote-unquote conservatives that are calling this out. Everyone, all normal people are seeing this, and they are saying this is wrong, this needs to stop, this is out of hand. Even someone like Bill Maher. Now, I don't know if you follow Bill Maher. I don't watch Bill Maher very often. I'm very familiar with him, very familiar with his ideology. Bill Maher is very much a leftist, but he is someone who has principles. He is someone who has a certain moral code. He's not someone who just goes along with whatever the easiest route is. He will speak out against liberals. He will speak out against the far left. He will speak out against woke SJWs, and he is doing it again. I have to give a shout out to Drunk 3PO. He was the first person I saw talk about this. Also, just hit 40,000 subscribers today. Congratulations, Drunk 3PO. Well earned, buddy. But he pointed this out, that Bill Maher speaks on cancel culture. Bill Maher speaks out against the cancellation of Gina Carano. And I thought it was great. Now, if you're not familiar with him, he is a comedian. That's what he does. You might not think he's very funny, but that is what he's doing. He takes a shot at anything and everything, makes fun of a lot of things. So he talks about the Gina Carano situation. He throws some barbs. He makes some jokes. But at the end of the day, he says what all normal people are thinking. Take a listen to this intro.
Finally, new rule: liberals need a stand your ground law for cancel culture, so that when the woke mob comes after you for some ridiculous offense, you'll stand your ground. Stop apologizing, because I can't keep up anymore with who's on the shit list.
Isn't that crowd reaction? Right, so stand your ground, stop apologizing to the woke mob. This is coming from Bill Maher. This is coming from a very leftist individual who has some common sense, who sees what's going on and is calling it out for what it is. And his audience, again, I doubt there's too many like super uber conservative people in his audience. But they're all going nuts at the aspect of him calling out cancel culture. This is normal. Normal people do not like this. They are done with it. They are tired of people being canceled for their thoughts and opinions.
Now, lately, Republicans have been trying to appropriate the term cancel culture to describe what happens to them when they get a just comeuppance for actual crimes. And this muddying the water is unfortunate, because cancel culture is real, it's insane, and it's growing exponentially, and it's coming to a neighborhood near you. If you think it's just for celebrities, no. In an era where everyone is online, everyone is a public figure. It's like we're all trapped in the hills have eyes and Wi-Fi.
And he's
Take
right.
Mr. Emmanuel Cafferty.
This example, we're going to listen to this, then jump to the Gina stuff, because this is just a normal person. This is not a celebrity. A normal human being going about his everyday life gets canceled.
He was a San Diego gas and electric worker, but he got fired because someone reported him making a white supremacist hand gesture outside the window of his truck. But he's not a white supremacist, he's Latino. And he wasn't making a hand gesture, he was probably just flicking a booger.
And that's the problem. When people go after this okay sign, okay, you're going to cancel every single NBA player who ever hits a three and throws up the okay sign. Is that what you're going to do? That is where we're headed, because these people don't understand reality. He covers a bunch of other things, including the Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears stuff, a bunch of cancellations that just happened very recently. And then he gets into the Gina Carano things. And again, I think there's some of you that are not going to like what he has to say, because he's taking shots at the show, taking shots at her. But at the end of the day, even though he disagrees with her or what he thinks she's saying, he doesn't support her being canceled.
The Mandalorian's Gina Carano is a person I'd never heard of and resent that I have now. She's some conservative wrestling chick who kicks ass on a show I wouldn't watch if I was in prison. And she made some Nazi analogy. Who doesn't these days? You're like the Nazis is the new I don't like you. It's always okay when Trump's the Nazi. That disqualifies her from marching around planet who gives a shit in a helmet? By the way, you can't work in Hollywood if you don't believe what we believe. Yeah, in the 50s, that's exactly what the left complained they were being told.
He is spot on, 100%. Again, you might not agree with what he just said. And obviously, the whole Nazi analogy, I think there's a lot more context there. I've covered it in detail, what she was actually saying. But the bottom line is, he's sitting there saying, listen, I don't necessarily agree with what she said, but the idea that now she can't work, that is insane and that is ridiculous. That is 100% the case. That is what's going on. The people who complain about totalitarian regimes, authoritarian people, right, are now the ones being authoritarian. That is the truth. That is actually what's happening.
Now, the week before, it was Chris Harrison's turn in the barrel. He's the host of The Bachelor and is stepping away.
And this is absolute insanity. This is a different story. I don't want to get too into this Chris Harrison thing, but it's basically about holding events on plantations. Listen, we saw Ryan Reynolds apologize for this, all these ridiculous things, for things that happened there a century and a half ago. It's stupid. It's insane. But again, that's where we're at in society.
Millions of people were still doing it. And mature people understand humans are continually evolving. As opposed to Wokeville, where they're always shocked we didn't emerge enlightened from the primordial ooze. What's Chris Harrison supposed to do? Build a time machine, go back to 2018 and knock the mint juleps out of their hands? Maybe while he's time traveling, he can have a word with that asshole Abraham Lincoln, who's now canceled in San Francisco, and they're thinking about it in Illinois.
Insanity.
Yes, the land of Lincoln might cancel Lincoln. Memo to social justice warriors. When what you're doing sounds like an Onion headline, stop.
There you go. And this is coming from a leftist, a high-profile liberal. That's where this is coming from. This is not right versus left. This is not conservative versus liberal. This is normal people versus fringe, cancel culture, radical nut jobs. That's what it always has been. These people who organize to try to get her fired. The people in the media, right? The woke media who come up with this garbage. Gina Carano getting fired is consequences, not cancel culture. Gina Carano wasn't canceled. She just faced consequences. No. Now, consequence culture would be, I don't know, let's see, I get a DUI and I'm no longer allowed to be a bus driver for a school or the city. That's consequence culture. Or doing some absolutely terrible crime and being removed from your position for actual crimes, not for thoughts. That is what's going on here. This is about her opinion, and honestly, a valid opinion at that. It has gone overboard. Bill Maher calling it out very publicly, but that's what it's going to take. It's going to take high-profile people on both sides to be able to say, this is wrong, this is not normal, this is not okay. We need to be able to tolerate other opinions and not try to cancel someone. Get rid of them. Want them on the street, jobless, penniless for the rest of their lives because they think differently than us. What do you think about this video? What do you think about Bill Maher's thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.